guys. Really, can you hear me okay? I don't know. This might have been a bad idea to do a live stream in the train. Just because it's an early train. And most of those people are sleeping. And I'm going to be making all this noise. Anyways, how's it going, guys? I am on a train to Taichung, and we are riding past Taoyuan right now, which is a place that I've been to many times. This is where the airport is. Plug power in. All right. So let's get that out of the way. I am in Taipei. I have finished all of Taiwan. We are a few episodes behind on the vlog, so you guys are going to see some amazing drone flights, some really beautiful cliffside riding, some more aggravated math, but all in all, pretty cool videos. I don't know if I'm going to make this vlog, this episode too long, because I don't know, I think I get a little seasick. You guys don't know how bad this train is moving. Yeah, I heard it's raining in Nico right now. Yeah, I can't talk too loud. I'll wake everybody up. So, here. See if I can keep the camera on the outside. You guys can see it outside what I'm looking at. So we are headed to Taichung. I'm trying to finish some projects that I had there. The video projects for Annie, the decal factory. She's making me the Jayoe decals. And I am trying to talk to George at Performer, see if I can meet with him and work on his video. But so far, too many things solidified with those projects. So that's why I'm going to Taichung, and I'll stay there for a night, just see if I can solidify things. I have a meeting on Thursday with a friend that I met on the East Coast. Where was it? Taichung. I met him in up north of Taichung, and he works for the tourism authority here in Taiwan, and so he knew some people in Taipei for media that could maybe get me introduced to some newspapers or magazines or television. One thing I'd really like is, you know, I'm going to finish Taiwan here in a couple of days, and I have like 60 videos. How many videos did I make in Taiwan? A ton of videos. And most of them are really positive towards Taiwan. The same as Japan. It's a real benefit to affiliate with my tour if you're like the Board of Tourism or whatever. Anyways, I'm trying to make that happen. So Thursday will be my meeting for that. Then Friday, I will, Friday during the day, I'll ride to Keelung, I think. But I have a whole bunch of extra baggage that's at my friend David's place. He's going to take it to the Keelung port. And I'm going to take the ferry, or I think he's going to take it to the Keelung port. Dave, can you help me? The whole country, you know, every time I finish a country, I do a Q&A live stream for like a long time. So I think I'll do the live stream on Friday. That'll be the like end of Taiwan live stream. So if you guys have any questions about Taiwan in general, or my ride here, or anything, we'll do the whole kit caboodle on then. I just read Dan's comment. I think he's back in Europe now. working in Europe, but I'm not 100% sure. I think so. But I was thinking of making a drone-only episode of the vlog for all of Taiwan, because I have so many awesome videos that I made here, and a lot of my drone stuff might have been hidden inside those episodes, so I was thinking about making just one amazing drone episode. No, Kevin, he won't make any more flags for me. It's okay. I have Pat at T-Cycle. He's making Pat at was making a custom Jayoe flag. He's working on it now. It's going to be like double or triple the size of the old one I had, and it's going to be on carbon fiber poles, and I'm going to glue those motherfuckers together with super glue and tape them and then tie them to the trike. You know? Crazy. Jayoe didn't disappear, he's around. Alright, I'm reading back. Maybe make more flags. Yeah, I think, okay, this is what happened with the flag. If you guys are watching the last episode or 2 episodes ago, I was in a storm and the wind cracked off my new performer flag. The reason that happened, it was my fault. I had taken that pole, because that pole actually went on my luggage rack, and when my back bag, my trunk bag pushed against that pole, they were rubbing against each other. And I was afraid that the flag was going to rub through the waterproof material on my trunk bag. So I heated it. It was stupid. I heated it with a lighter, and I tried to flex it. And you can't heat and flex fiberglass. That's what I learned. So I think what I did is material was going crazy and just snapped right off. It was my fault. Totally my fault that that flag broke. I'm breaking up? Yeah, that's why. So, let's see. Flag might be a collector's item soon. Yeah, right. Anyways, yeah. So, So there's that. I'm going to be going back to China on Friday. I'm going to be taking the ferry to Xiamen. I'm going to have to find a place to put the trike, and then I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go see Eva and Annie, and I'll be in Ningbo for a little while, doing the daddy thing, and then I'll get back to the trike and heading south towards Australia. So for those of you that had thought about, and you heard me say that I was going to go to the Maldives, that plan failed. So it just didn't work out, and tickets weren't available, and so we're not going to the Maldives. We're going to do some trips around the Ningbo area though, so we'll be doing some things, but no Maldives, so sorry. I was looking for some nice drone shots there, but getting to the Maldives is a logistical challenge, and it's kind of expensive, and so that's not happening. So the Canton Fair, yes. One of the reasons I might be extending my trip back home is because Annie needs help taking care of Eva. Well, she goes to the Canton Fair, so I'll probably be doing a Canton Fair experience this year, me taking care of Eva. You guys know how that goes. So when I get back to the road, I will be heading south from China into Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and Australia. So we'll do that. So, yeah. About an hour for this ride. But what else did I want to tell you before we get through all of this stuff? So that's the plan. We're going to do a Taiwan Q&A on Friday, which will be really long. And anybody look at my notes? What else? What am I missing here? I had a bunch of notes. Cycling around the whole country, upcoming live stream, plan for China. Okay, that's about it. That's about it. Sorry. I was trying to move sideways and I swiped up and I deleted the live stream. But YouTube's pretty cool, man. I just reopened the YouTube app and jumped on. I'm glad I didn't lose any of you. So, oh, stomach and legs. Let's go through both of those. For those of you that don't know, I had some trouble with my stomach. I actually got a little honest in the last vlog where I was talking about how I had the runs really bad, and I actually had a how do you say this in a PC way? Anyways, I evacuated myself while I was riding by accident, and my stomach was really bad, so I accidente, and it wasn't a lot. It was just, honestly, guys, you know, we've all probably done it in our life when we're not feeling well. We fart and a little extra comes out. But I was in a really bad way. I was really tired, and I was riding, and I'm sitting in my trike, and so it was bad news. But today I got some medicine. My stomach's really good right now. The other thing that was wrong is I had a lot of chafing, and it was really bad when I was in Hualien, and I was leaving Hualien to come here to Taipei, and I mean, if you guys could see it, the redness and rash nature of this was really bad in between my legs. But before I left Hualien, I found a little bike shop, and they were selling, I walked up to the guy and I said, I've got a bad rash on my legs, I need some sort of a lubricant, and he had these little packets, and they were rash, it was a cycling rash protectant for your body. It's white, and it's a lot more viscous than Vaseline. It was like a lot more viscous, and I put it on twice each ride. So once in the morning and once in the middle of the ride, and I was fine. No pain, no walking around like I'm a cowboy after a long ride. It was really good. So one, I'm gonna have to get a shit ton of that when I return to the road, and two, feel much better. So that's good. Low trim cream. You know, a lot of you guys have suggested a lot of stuff, but I just can't get a lot of that stuff where I am. So I'm hoping if I can get to Ningbo for a little bit of time, I'll try and get some stuff. But if this stuff works and it's a Chinese brand or Asian brand, then maybe I just start using that. And I had some antibiotics that I put on after the rash, but I want to make sure that I don't get the rash in the first place, you know. Richard Gillandast, is a typhoon bad? Well, you guys saw about the worst of it when I was caught in the rain and I was riding, and the rain was killing me. That was about the worst of the weather that I had, and I was riding in it. Besides that, it was just some rain and some wind, and most of the typhoons that I was afraid of and I was running away from passed us to the south. So yeah, Dion Chapman says don't eat up in Ningbo. That's a very good point. Last time I stopped the tour for a very long time because my dad passed away, and I was spending the last bit of time with my dad, and I went overboard, and it was America. This time I'm going to try and stay healthy, maybe even lose some weight if possible, and maybe do some running instead of riding while I'm in Ningbo. That way I can kind of work out a different set of muscles. Also, way back there, somebody was asking about the trailer I used to have. Somebody said, why don't I carry the iDo trailer? That's Mr. Big. Why aren't you using your iDo trailer? The last time I used that trailer was one of the reasons that I came to Taiwan a few years ago with Ryan. I tore my meniscus because I was riding mountain roads and my knee couldn't take it, and I was overloaded and I just had too much weight. And the story of that experience has been missing on the Jayoe tour. If you guys, who here knows who Ryan is? Anybody here remember Ryan, my buddy, the inspiration for the tour as a whole? And Ryan was with me when I had the coup de grace on my knee, and I had to stop the tour the second time. He was the reason I did the Jayoe Tour 2.0 stopped. Well, he wasn't the reason, but he was part of that. When I get to Taichung, or when I get back to Taipei, I'm going to sit down with the camera and I'm going to do a story time, and I'm going to tell a story interlaced with some of the clips you guys have never seen of the second attempt at my Jayoe World Tour. It was the heaviest ride I'd ever been. I rode with Ryan, who had a trike at the time. We rode for a while. Our intention was to ride to Everest, but tragedy struck, and there were some tears shed, and some stress and some drama. It's a very interesting story, and I'm going to try to tell it while I'm in Taiwan, because Taiwan was a critical part of that experience. So be prepared for that. I hope that I can finish that, because that will be cool. Also, I think I can actually extract all the drone footage and make a really, really nice drone video of Taiwan. And maybe I go back and do a drone video, and maybe I do a drone video of Korea too. That might be neat. It's easy to say these things, but when you're scrubbing through like 5 or 6 worth of phone footage, it can get a little bit difficult. But yeah, Robert Jenkins, that's true. A lot of you guys have been waiting for that story. There's a lot to be said there. Nonetheless, Yan, you're new to the live stream. I'm going back to Taichung because I have some business there, and because I want to go to the inn, get my house figured out for my rear pannier. I'm just going to spend a day there. You can also get GU gels for any high carb shop for 40 minutes. So you stop. Yeah. Okay. Don't run with your bad knee, says Terry. Terry, if we limited ourselves to stopping things like actually running, then what do we here on this rock for? I'm not talking about doing intensive, huge runs, but running is something that we all need to be able to do with our lives. So doing a 5K every few days, or an easy run around the park, is an important way to stay healthy. And for me, there's no better time in my life where I've been more healthy besides swimming than when I was running. Swimming would be the number one thing that I'd like to do, but there's not really a good pool to do that in Ningbo. So I am looking forward to the point when I can get to Southeast Asia, that I can like camp out on the beach or get hostels near the beach and do swimmings. To wrap a rubber band around your Jayoe flagpole. Well, no, Robert, it cracked. It cracked off. A rubber band would have helped. It cracked right off. That's a different Ryan. Ryan Freeman is my old friend. He's a gentleman that I know in Ningbo. He's a super cool guy. He was my best friend and still is one of my best friends. But he inspired me to do something different with my life, and start pursuing a dream of travel as opposed to a dream of trying to make as much money as possible. He changed the wiring in my brain somewhat, and I give him a lot of credit for that. Just to let you know, we might be going through a tunnel. If we go through a tunnel, I don't think that my phone will pick that up, and I'll probably drop you out. So Kevin, you say add electric to your trike. I would add electric to the trike if a reputable company came to me and wanted to give me a trike or give me a system to add to the trike. That would be great. If HP Veletechnik was to come to me and with our pedal tech system fully equipped, ready to go for your tour, we're going to send it to you. HP Veletechnik would get even more than the 9 million views of trike-related videos that I've produced so far on their new products. But HP Veletechnik barely contacts me, so I ride this vehicle for them, and I would have maybe provided me with items to ride in different ways and to test out their products. But basically, I bought a trike from them, and I'm riding it. And what I look for in the gear that I use is relationships. If a company that was very confident with their electric system was to say to me, Matt, we want you to try our XYZ, we'll give you our full support, we'll set you up with our system, this is how it works, this is how we plan to use it, and here you go, and you know, maybe you can help us out by making some videos or talking about it on your ride, then I would be more than happy to try that. But I'm not going to buy a system from a company that I have no real understanding of. I don't know the ins and outs of electrical systems, like bionic systems and pedal tech systems and everything, that I would put my confidence into trying something new. I am the vehicle. I need somebody to provide me with the components for that vehicle. That your system out there and you want to help out the Jayoe World Tour, you want to become part of the tour, then that would be great. But the downfalls to electric systems is that they're heavy, they're batteries, you have to charge batteries, there's cables, there's all sorts of extra things that you got to consider when you add on a system like that. So that's why I only do it if the company was supporting me 100% that produced it. Hey Bay Area, let me look at the comments that we just had here. Battery is pausing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Add weight. Mountains of Vietnam go on electric. Electric trike just ruins the adventure. I don't know. I would hope that you guys think I have a pretty interesting adventure. You know, it's funny. I guess as cycling purists out there would say that it would spoil the adventure, but I don't know. Jayoe is more than a trike, right? It's more than it's the people I meet, the places I go, and the people I interact with. And, you know, it's funny, you would cheer on a guy that might be riding a motorcycle, you know, but if I add electric to my pedal power, some of you guys would say I'm cheating. Anyways, buy some gophers to pull. Use a battery drill. Let's see here. You know what I'm going to do? This one is going to be a short live stream. I think I'm only going to do about 30 minutes because I'm getting a little motion sickness actually trying to talk and ride this train at the same time backwards. Let me turn around. At least I'm facing the direction of the train now. Right, Sean, it's only cheating if it's a competition. Jayoe World Tour is not a competition at all. But You know, it is an accomplishment when you cycle around a country, you know, like when I arrived back in Taiwan by my own leg power, there was a point where I was having my stomach issue that I thought, you know, if I could pay a truck to carry me the rest of the way to X, Y, or Z place, then that might have been something I would have done. But instead I kept pressing on. And you know what? I powered by my own self around Taiwan and across all of Japan and across all of Korea. I was thinking about, as I rack through countries, the idea that I'm pedaling myself all of this distance is quite an accomplishment. And making videos and sharing it, it's quite an amazing thing to do, you know. I'm pretty proud of what I'm doing and the way that I'm doing it. It might not be as fast as other people might want. It might not be the way that other people, it might be less writing that you guys want and more like making videos about factories and things like that. But that's what I love, man. I am literally living the way I want to live, to the detriment of my videos. Like if I made videos that were more strictly travel, like very formulaic and very themed specifically, I think that I could grow my channel faster, and then I could probably make money quicker from YouTube. But instead, I'm living life the way I want to live it, and hopefully along the way I can grow the channel the way. So really enjoying my performer. Wanted to try after seeing your videos, bought one after seeing your video. Very cool, Loki. That's neat. Those performer treks are amazing. I'm gonna try and meet George while I'm in Taichung and do a little bit of a video. Are you a fisherman? What do you think about fishing? I like to eat fish, and I like to fish, but I haven't been fishing, no, not very much. Oblio and Arrow, I'm in train headed to Taichung. I finished my loop around Taiwan, and I'm getting some things done in Taichung. A Harley would be riding a motorcycle might be fun for a stretch somewhere. Maybe if I stop at a city and it's got some beautiful mountain roads, you know, like big mountains, it might be neat to get a motorcycle and do some real riding on a motorcycle up into some mountains. So that's not out of the realm of possibility. I've been thinking a lot about Australia, for example, in the fact that I wanted to circumvent all of Australia. And Australia is a huge country. And hello. Oh, no problem. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I have to get my ticket. You say hi. Anyways, I was thinking about Australia and exactly how I want to ride Australia. I gotta start thinking about future countries and how I'm gonna ride through. I met a really nice girl at the hostel that I'm staying at yesterday, and she was talking about Laos and Cambodia and Vietnam. And she had a lot to say about it. She said that the roads, Ho Chi Minh Road, is actually quite a beautiful road to ride. I'm looking forward to it, you know. So, yeah. But Australia, I might adjust my path in Australia, and instead of circumventing the whole country, I might, I don't know, bisect it or something. I'm not sure. but it's a big chunk of land, and I'm just trying to figure out the best way to go around it. So let's do. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Ethan. My Redbubble shop, if you guys are aware, I'm selling Jayoe merchandise on my Redbubble shop. But only go to mine. There's a bunch of copycats. I don't know how they're doing it, or why, but they're taking artwork off of my website and then making their own brand of shirts with my Jayoe logos and putting them on as their own. My store on Redbubble is redbubble.com/Jayoe, Jayoe. And I've got a bunch of shirts and stuff. I added 2 new designs a couple of days ago. One was the JY logo, and the other was the Jayoe in Chinese, just the plain Chinese characters, Jayoe. And so those 2 designs are up. If you guys are interested and you want to support the tour and you want to get a cool shirt, they got shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, notebooks, clocks, all sorts of stuff with the Jayoe stuff. And then the future designs I'm going to add are Add Fuel to Life. I'm going to add that one, and I'm going to add a bunch of cool designs to that store. I'm hoping that store grows, and eventually there's, hundreds of designs, on the Jayoe website, or on the Jayoe Redbubble page. So yeah, check that out. Because I don't know if you guys know this. A lot of you wonder where my money comes from. I had a trading company. I had a company I owned, and I built up money from that company that I've been whittling away at. Eventually, I'm going to run out of money, and it's probably going to happen in about a year. And at that point, I am hoping that my Redbubble money, YouTube money, and all of that will compensate for the fact that I'm going to be broke at that point in time. So that would be nice. Yeah, Sean McKellar. Sean there, he's the one that designed and helped me to get my Redbubble store going. He designed the Jayoe trike design, the one where it's tied up design. So thank you, Sean. You helped me start that. That's awesome. Oh, you ordered the mug. Send me a picture. I want to see the mug. I want to see how the logo looks on it. I might need fat tires in Australia. It's very handy. Upgrade your trike frame to carbon. Okay, carbon, if it cracks, it's almost impossible to repair. So I don't want to carbon anything. I want a material that can be repaired. Like even aluminum is a little bit harder to repair than steel, but steel's just too damn heavy. So that's why I decided on a nice solid aluminum frame trike. All right, let's find out where. I don't want to get in anybody's way when the train comes to the station. How are we doing here? 34 minutes. We'll see if we can go for an hour, and then I'll shut the live stream down, unless it gets boring, and then I'll close it. Will you make it as far north as Henan Province? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm reading comments, guys. Just a sec. Yeah, Sean was talking about how there's a lot of distance in between locations in Taiwan, so or in Australia, like hundreds of kilometers. I don't know. It sounds interesting, but it also sounds boring. So I have to figure it out. I might bring the trailer back because a lot of the cycling road, the road that I would cycle in Australia, is flat and long and loaded up with water and stuff. where is Taichung? It's in the middle of Taiwan on the west coast. So that's where I'm headed right now. Whatever do you do for money, don't sell your body. Why? I got a nice body. Somebody wants to buy my body? Name your price. Name your price. Anyways. I was planning to circle Australia. That was the plan. But I don't know. It's still a long ways away. I have to go through, what is it? Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and more of China. So that's 8 more countries again. So it'll be a little while. The east coast of Australia has lots of hills and mountains. Even the coastal road, I don't think it would be any more than I rode in Taiwan. Over 300 meters. I would imagine it's got some cliffside stuff, but the reason my knee had so much damage when I was with Ryan was because I had a lot more gear. So, okay. See, this is why we're talking, we're discussing. So, the other thing that I'm trying to figure out is when I take the trike back to China, to Xiamen, I want to ride when I get restarted, I want to ride to the point where I had the car accident. I want to go to the hospital that I was taken to when I shattered my shoulder, go to the mayor and meet the mayor again. I want to go to that point in the street where I was hit, and I kind of want to relive that moment. It'll give me a good opportunity to like look back at the old videos and whatnot. And I was trying to transport the trike directly to the point of the accident and then continue the tour from there, or if I should ride from Xiamen south into Guangzhou and then up the road and then take that same road up to the point where I had the accident, and then head to Guilin, which was the original place I was headed to when I had the accident. I was going to go to Guilin, and then from Guilin go straight south to Vietnam and then Laos. So that's my plan. So that's what I'm considering. I'm not sure, what I'm going to do with that. If you come to Singapore, there may be no possible ride in the road with your trike, but you can ride a couple of hours in the park connection. I don't know, I got a lot of friends in Singapore, and I've heard that a lot of you can't and you won't be able to. I'm pretty sure I'll figure out how to ride in Singapore. I'll figure it out. But I'll take your notation on advisement. Watch out for the typhoon. The typhoon is way south of me. It's quite nice right now. Oh, you returned from Guilin. Joe just returned from Guilin. Yeah, it's actually quite nice. You got that. Oh, I wonder if I'm going to lose you guys. I wonder if I'll lose you in the tunnel. I think I will. We'll just wait this out. You guys hear this? Are you guys hearing the tunnel? Let me know. Give me a voice. Hey, thanks, Natus. Did I break up at all through that tunnel? If I didn't, that'd be amazing. Beautiful day here. Wow, I can't believe I didn't break up in that tunnel. That's amazing. Well, I always lose reception when I go through that tunnel. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, really nice weather here. Which is good. I'll have a good day to spend in Taichung. Anybody here in Taipei? I want to organize a get-together on Thursday night in Taipei at the Sleepy Dragon Pub or whatever. I'll let you know more information. If you're in Taipei, send me a message, and I'll go into more details. I'm not going to do this if there's nobody that's interested. I'll just, well, actually I will. I'm going to go hang out at this bar, whether or not people came and hung out with me. So if you're in Taipei and you want to meet up, let me know, and we'll meet at this hostel place where I plan to go and just kind of hang out with some friends and spend some time. A lot of you guys were wondering about all right, Rico. I think you're busy, buddy. What was that? What was that Rico Aquarium? You're my buddy with the reef tank, and anybody that's interested in watching his videos, he's got an interesting setup that he's building in his house. You were hanging out with Than again. You guys hang out a lot, eh? You and Tidal Gardens. What was that? Was that an event, or was that just you two hanging out and having some Korean food? For those of you that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You want me to include a bathroom break in my videos? That's a very strange request. Who here? Let's just show of hands. How many of you want to see me take a shit in the side of the road? But show of thumbs. Anyways, okay. Cool, Rico. Yeah, that was neat. I would like to think that if I would be hanging out like that on a fairly regular basis, you know, hanging out and chilling and spending time checking out each other's tanks, I would have really loved to help you set up your tank. Like, that would have been something I would have really taken a lot of enjoyment in. Setting up a reef tank is one of my favorite things to do. It's the most creative part, right? You're laying out all the corals, you're trying to figure out how your plumbing is going to go, and you're getting all the fish, you're hoping that everything interacts together. Man, how exciting is that? Setting up a big reef tank. Very cool. Probably, if I was there in the USA, I would probably move into Than's warehouse. He'd give me a little room in his new facility, and I would just help him build Tidal Gardens 2.0 for real. Okay, to be honest, I don't really go to the bathroom on the side of the road very much. In Asia, every 7-Eleven has a public bathroom. Every Family Mart has a public bathroom, and you can use that bathroom. It was funny, I was thinking about the USA and the fact that you don't have access to public bathrooms like you do in Asia. And I'm like, it just doesn't make sense to me that you wouldn't have access to public restrooms. Like, who are you protecting? You just have to have a bathroom that you clean and the public can relieve itself. I don't know, some things in USA I think are a little bit backwards. A lot of things in USA are backwards, but this is one of them. You know, the fact that as a traveler I can go to the bathroom very easily and I don't have to worry about, you know, going in the outdoors or something. I can, you know, go in an environment that's clean and safe and sanitary anywhere. But in the States, you don't have that many public restrooms. Not really. Oh, Taiwan. Yeah, you know what? There's a clownfish breeder that's here. I'm in a tunnel again. I'm in a tunnel. Let's see if we can still keep it. Okay. You guys still here? Seems like camping's here. Seems like just credit card touring. Where's the camping? You know what? I am not the typical I'm not a common traveler. I travel the way I travel. Camping is my last resort. A lot of you guys might chastise me because I don't camp all the time. But you know what? Hostels and cheap hotels, that's where you meet people. That's where you get Wi-Fi, and that's where you can edit videos. So if you enjoy my videos, then you don't want me camping as much or as little as possible, because camping is what's going to draw attention away from the actual tour video series, because I can't edit videos in a tent, and when I have to invest 3 or 4 hours a night in no worries, take it easy, Dion. If I have to invest 3 or 4 hours a night in videos, then I need a hostel or someplace to do that. And hostels are good places for advice. And if I'm the option between a cheap hotel and a tent, I'm going to take the cheap hotel. Now, if I run out of money and I start digging the bottom of the barrel and YouTube still isn't as successful, I'm going to have to do what I'm going to have to do. And maybe tenting it is going to be something I'm going to have to do. So I travel the way I travel, Donald, I noticed there's a lot of hostels in the United States. I was wondering if anybody has a hostel there that was willing to open up a franchise in the United States. Camping vids are big, but the whole point is that when I'm camping, I can't edit. It's too difficult. And I need a very well, whatever, I'm just going to complain. The toilets in Taiwan are Japanese style, basically. Lack of bathrooms in big cities in the U.S. have a tendency to be used for drugs. I know. That's a whole issue, Oh, David, and I appreciate all you Patreons. I appreciate everybody that support me, and I will continue to spread this story. If I have to adjust the tour, then I have to adjust the tour money. As long as I still have a camera and I have my trike. Even if I don't have my trike, I can still do the tour, but yeah. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I get to the bottom. I don't think I'll get to that bottom. And Joe French, yeah, the hostel reviews, that's a good idea. I'll do more of those. Brad just gave me a super chat. Appreciate it. Thanks, Brad. You asked, I'd love to be able to travel like you do. Do I need to be an entrepreneur like yourself to do so? I think that a traveler is an entrepreneur. If you're traveling and you're doing it as a lifestyle, then that's what you are. And your business might not be sitting behind a desk, but your business is travel. And whether you're a blogger, or you're a foodie, or you're a video guy like me, or you're a website developer like Traveling Tice, or you're doing any manner of thing, bartender, or you're traveling and working in hostels, or whatever you're doing, you are an entrepreneur. So yes, I think it's very important if you want to travel like me, and like me, I mean, take away the trike, take away the videos. I'm a traveler, and so if you travel as a lifestyle, then you're an entrepreneur. And there's many ways that you can do what I'm doing. You don't have to do the videos. You don't have to do it on a trike. You don't have to camp every day. You don't have to hostel every day. There's so many different ways to live your life. That's kind of what Jayoe is about, Jayoe means to add fuel. For those of you that don't know, Ja means to add, Yo means fuel. It's a Chinese word, Jayoe. But I add fuel to my life via the things that I'm passionate about, like travel and video. So I add travel and video into my life and make my life wrap around what I'm passionate about. If you're passionate about travel, you need to find the other things that you're passionate about to add into your travels to make it work for you. And that's kind of an entrepreneurial spirit. So, like, if you love to draw, maybe you're a street artist. If you love to play the guitar, maybe you're a road performer. If you love teaching English, maybe you teach English. If you love, helping people build their businesses, maybe you use that. Am I jerky? Am I losing connection? It's kind of a shaky connection. But yeah, it's all up to you to travel or live, not even travel, just live the life according to what you're passionate about, and then infuse what you're passionate about into your life. And if you can do that and do that successfully, retirement and working until you can do what you really love becomes a moot point, because you're doing what you love and you're making it work. So, like, I could do this, what I'm doing now, for the rest of my life, and I'd be pretty content and very happy about it, and I'd live life with very few regrets, Brady, that's exactly what I like to do, help others grow their businesses. Then focus on that. Travel around and make yourself a guru for helping people around the world grow their business. If you're a Westerner, come to the East and market yourself as a Westerner, helping you to cater to the Western audiences in Asia, or whatever your gimmick is, whatever your forte is. The thing that's going to set you apart, and the thing that sets anybody apart from anything, anywhere, is the amount of passion you have for what you do. So if you're passionate about whatever you do, like that road artist, the guy that's painting pictures on the side, you will go, for example, I was in Taipei, and I was in a hostel called the Meander Hostel that was near a busy street market. And I saw a guy painting pictures, one of the street artists, and he was really passionate about what he was painting, and you could tell it, and there was a huge group around him. And the more passionate you are at what you do, the more people you're going to draw into your passion and that are going to support you. God, I'm going through a tunnel again. I can't believe that I'm not losing you guys in this tunnel. It's really surprising. It's super surprising. It's a long tunnel. I'm not going to finish my talk until I get out of this tunnel, because I don't want to break it up halfway through. Thanks, Brady. That's the whole point, is, geez, this is a long tunnel. Am I still here? You guys still seeing me? Really surprised. Really surprised. So, have you done any riding touring in Michigan? Not riding. I did some riding in Michigan, but very limited. Most of it was driving around or flying my drone. I have some really nice videos of flying in Detroit. If you plug in Michigan or Detroit and Jayoe into YouTube, you'll find some of my videos. My ears are popping. But where was I? I guess I'm not gonna lose you. I can't believe I'm still here. We're under a mountain. I'm live streaming on YouTube. Isn't that crazy? Technology is amazing. Anyways. You know what, Charles? I'm a bit bummed. I wish I would have rode to the top of Taroko Gorge Highway. I'll save it for another time, another life, I guess. Because that Taroko Gorge, I'm pretty sure I just saw the very, very beginning part of the Taroko Gorge. That video should come out now. tomorrow. The Taroko Gorge will come out tomorrow. Well, Jason, I did a bus tour on the Taroko Gorge. You're going to see that video tomorrow at 8 in the morning. So tomorrow about this time, you'll see that video come out. I've decided not to publish a video on Sunday because I'm going to do the live stream on Sunday. And I kind of want to start building a buffer zone of videos because I'm going to finish Taiwan. And yeah, Joe French, the two-wheel cruise guy, that him and his wife, that's an interesting video series. He looked good. I'm still in a tunnel. What the hell? This is a very long tunnel. My ears are popping again. Yeah, two wheels are cool. I just subscribed to them yesterday. I saw them for the first time. It would have been neat if I could have met with them. So, you know what? It would have been neat to meet a lot of people. I'm hoping that my channel... Oh, there we go. We finished. Finished the tunnel. Did you miss Hong Kong? No, I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to Hong Kong. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at the rice fields. All neat and symmetrical. Another tunnel. So, basically follow your dream. If you can make your passion wrap around what you do, then you have no excuse to quit doing that thing ever. So, do what you love, and you can do it forever. That's my lesson. Unless what you love is like, I don't know, marathon running or something. I guess you can't do that forever, but I can make travel videos probably forever. And even if I get old and invalid, I could probably pull all my old videos back and do a bunch of videos based on my old footage, stuff that nobody's ever seen before. I imagine you could do quite an amazing amount of stuff. Keep yourself busy with video for forever. Hopefully in a year I have over 100,000 subscribers, and then Jayoe Nation will take a new phase, a new chapter. Once I start sustaining myself 100% based on my money from YouTube, 100%, then I'll create this self-perpetuating cycle, and it'll simply start growing and growing and growing. And at that point, that's pretty. And at that point, I can just utilize more and more of the fact that I'm doing this tour to get things. Like, for example, right now I have to pay for hotels, I have to pay for food, I have to pay for a lot of things. But as you become a larger YouTuber, you can leverage sort of like sponsorships. You can go to hotels and say, I'm a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers. You can let me stay here. You can start cooperating with companies, and you start making more money, and then the fact that you're having more money also helps you save more money because you have more subscribers, and people will end up helping you more. That's my idea, I thought. That's not going to happen overnight. That's going to happen long term, like in the next 2 years. But it's very possible that as soon as things start really growing, like 100 or 200,000 subscribers, things will really start changing and morphing into a new way. Suggestion: it would be cool if you used some music that are popular in the country you're going and traveling. Hey Lobond, hey man, that's cool. That's cool. Artists want to come to me and show me their music, that's fine. Do you know how long it takes to rifle for music for every single video every day? I'm not trying to be condescending, because you don't know. But it's not easy. It's not easy to every day publish a video, every day try and find music. If people want to come to me, and that's another thing. Once I become a larger YouTuber, once I become more known, people will start saying, hey, would you like to use my music? Hey, would you like to use this kind of stuff? And then I can start doing I have been to places where I've seen artists and people doing street performance, and I buy their music and I might use it. But that's cool. But you know, it's difficult to find copyright-free music that is not only copyright-free, but is willing to be used in my videos, like that fits. I can't just use any and all music. It has to be, the melody has to be right, and the beat has to be right, and it has to be, you know, fitting and suitable with the story that I'm making at the time. Hey John, thank you very much for that $10 super chat. I appreciate it very much. Charles asked, does Annie assist me with my expenditure? No. Annie helps me from time to time if I need a booking for a hotel, but our situation is quite unique, and I live my life and I try to fund my experience myself, and Annie does her thing, and we keep things that way. Annie and I have a very unique situation, and I'm not going to get into it here, but no, I fund my tour, my tour. How do you store all your footage, Sean asks. I have 4 terabyte hard drives and a bunch of older footage stored on servers in Ningbo. You can try into the train compartment. Find no one sitting seat. I'm too loud, Todd. People would yell at me because I'm making too much noise. Abraham, I'm relocating to Ningbo, teaching English. Good on you, buddy. You'll enjoy it. Jethro bought a performer trike. That's great. Some sponsors might want you to do things you don't like to do. Jason, that's why I need to be a bigger YouTube before I take on sponsors. Because if I take on sponsors now, they can dictate the tour. But if I get later and I'm big enough, I can let them become sponsors, and I can tell them that they're going to take a side seat to my tour. It's part of my theory. Oh yeah, I have a Patreon account, Paz. HAZ. My Patreon is linked below. If you guys want to help me out on my Patreon, that's a great way to donate and support the tour, and I would appreciate that very much. So yeah, I do have a Patreon account. I have the Redbubble, and I have YouTube income. Those are the 3 legs of the table that are working to help fund the Jayoe World Tour. But as of yet, combined, they don't make enough, and that's okay. That's okay. It takes time to build anything worthwhile, and I love what I do, so I don't see myself stopping doing it, you know, anytime soon. This live stream is going to go until that $10 super chat ends up pulling through, and then I'm going to end it, because I need to sit back down and start focusing on what I'm going to do here in Taichung. The train is going to arrive in about a half hour anyways, so it's pretty good timing. Let me look at the comments one more time. Matt, how do you get more viewers to sub? How as YouTuber can you attract big sponsors? Keep making videos. Rico answered that. Keep making videos that people like to watch. One of the best ways to get more subscribers and more viewers, and get Google to help you to funnel your video to more of the people that might want to watch your videos, is to create targeted videos, which is one of my biggest problems, is because I'm a lifestyle vlogger. My videos are very ambiguous. They can be about any number of things at any moment. And it's very difficult for YouTube and Google to lock on and cater those videos. If I made food videos, or I made cycling specific videos, or I made very targeted videos, YouTube and Google would be able to target those videos and get more subscribers to view those videos, or more viewers to subscribe to my videos. But I've sort of reserved myself to doing the videos my way and going it the hard road. I'm sort of doing it counterproductive way, and I'm hoping that it'll pay off in the end, because I'm always going to do what I'm passionate about, and I don't want to sacrifice that and become sort of a gimmicky guy that does stuff that he might not be 100% passionate about. When I put out a video, I think that you can be pretty much guaranteed that I was passionate about making that video and about what that video was about, and I don't want to lose that, and that's my mission. It might not be the fastest way to grow on YouTube, it might not be the smartest way to make money, but eventually I think it's going to happen as long as I keep going. And the people that end up subscribing will appreciate that about me. And that is what I'm working on. So that might be the end of, the end of my, that might be the end. That's a great line to finish on. Oh, you know what? Yeah, John does postcards. He does a lot of cool stuff. Okay, guys. Yeah, I don't want to visit North Korea anymore. Okay, guys, take it easy. I'm going to finish this for over an hour or so. Taichung. We have a couple of videos that are coming that are beautiful. One tomorrow, one the next day, and one the day after that. So I have 3 videos that are already in the pipe. Beautiful stuff. Some of the best flying videos that I've ever made. Friday, I'm going to do a end of Taiwan Q&A. Please reach out to me via my Facebook and let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Real good stuff here. And if you have any questions, you have any comments, please leave it in the comments section. Support me on Patreon. Buy a bunch of new stuff on Redbubble. My Redbubble store, all linked below in the description.